So, this is easily the best duel I've had so far in Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel. It's a very quick turnaround, comeback victory. So I want to walk through how this happened. So let's start. Got my opening hand. When you see this card in my opening hand, I know exactly what I'm going for. So I start off with him by banishing a monster from my hand. I can special summon him, brings out Black Whirlwind. I can use its effect, bring a card to my hand. Now, this is where things get interesting. Normally, I would grab one of him with the effect of Black Whirlwind when I summoned Simoon, but I already had him in my hand, so I grabbed Gale the Black Whirlwind because he's one of the best tuners in this deck. Special summonable as long as I have another Blackwing on my field. So, I summon Oster from my hand, activate the Black Whirlwinds, just grab some more monsters just to have, because they're always good to have. Black Whirlwinds go off. I get 1 and I get 2. So these two are important. Him especially. He is one of the cruxes of synchro summoning in this deck, which you should, I believe, see later on. So Oster, also his effect, when he gets summoned, I can target one of my banished Blackwing monsters as long as they're level 4 or lower and special summon it. So I bring back Blackwing Breeze, and he is a level 3 tuner. So now I've got a level 3 tuner, a level 4 tuner, a level 6 monster, and then I can special summon Chris from my hand, just like I can do, with Bora or a few other Blackwing monsters. You can special summon them as long as I have other Blackwings on my field. So first, I use these two to synchro summon Blackwing Full Armor Master. So Full Armor Master is the boss of this deck. 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense, unaffected by other card effects. That's the big thing. Any card effect, whether it's monster, spell, trap, whatever, does not affect him. Doesn't have to be targeting him or anything. It just doesn't work. Then you can place a wedge counter, and he can do stuff with that, but for the sake of this duel, that doesn't matter all that much. So I then use my other two to synchro summon Blackwing Tamer. So Blackwing Tamer is important. First, because I can target a level 5 or higher winged beast and special summon it, but more importantly, when my opponent activates a card effect, or when my opponent attacks, specifically Blackwing Tamer Joe, he can redirect it. So now if my opponent uses a spell or trap card that targets Hawk Joe, I can just redirect it to Full Armor Master, and it won't work. Normally, I would also try to get a Blackwing Armor Master out at this point so that attacks will be transferred over to him, and you will see why a little bit later on here. So I re-special summon Simoon, take 1,000 points from his effect, and then that's a strong opening turn, right? I have 2 synchro monsters out. I have this guy who's just kind of chilling at this point, but 2,000 defense isn't, it's not bad. So I've got a pretty strong starting board. I've got some stuff in my hand that I can use to get more creatures out later on. More synchro monsters out. So let's see what my opponent does. Immediately, I don't recognize that, and I don't recognize that. So I don't know what I'm getting into, but I know he's going to be ritual summoning. So I let him, wait for him to do all his stuff. Effect doesn't really matter. And now he's ritual summoning, and we get this. So I have not seen this card before, but it is a problem. 4,000 attack, the 0 defense doesn't really matter because it's in attack mode, and I don't really have much in this deck that changes battle positions. So it cannot be targeted by card effects, and it can't be destroyed by card effects. So even something like a Mirror Force wouldn't work, because even if it's not targeted, it still can't be destroyed by it. And then down here, if this card attacks a defense position monster, double piercing damage. So that's crazy. I've never seen that before. So I'm like, shit. I've got this 4,000 attack monster staring me down with these 3 on my field right now. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about that, but, I'll figure it out. That's fine. And then he starts doing more. So he gets some more stuff back. Get some more stuff out. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen most of these cards before. Gets another Blue Eyes Max, and I'm like, okay. I'm not excited for what's happening here. Gets another one. Another Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon out on the field. So now we've got 2 of these. 2 4,000 attack point monsters that can't be destroyed by card effects and can't be targeted. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Armor Master, nothing I can do about that. Obsidian Hawk Joe, I figure, fuck it, I'll try to keep him out if I can. Forgot about the double piercing damage, so I take all that. So now, I'm sitting here right now, and I'm praying. I have an idea, but I specifically need a level 4 normal non-tuner monster. That's what I need to draw, or else I lose. And I get it. So, I special summon everything I have, and this is where shit starts to get crazy. So, first off, I special summon level 5, I synchro summon Sohaya the Rainstorm. So Sohaya is interesting because it's a level 5 synchro, and it turns into a tuner. And then I tuned it with Obsidian Hawk Joe to get Onimaru. Now, Onimaru here is important, because if this thing, first, cannot be destroyed by card effects, so that's nice. But, more importantly, you can only, if this card that was synchro summoned using only synchro monsters attacks, it gains 3,000 attack during the damage step. So I'm like, okay, I've now got, if I'm attacking, it's got 6,000, but he's got 2 4,000. So if I swing over 1, kill it, he's still got 1 left to take me out with next turn. But that's why I needed a level 4, because now I can use them to special summon regular Armor Master. And for those of you who don't know, Blackwing Armor Master is sick. Can't be destroyed by battle. I take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. The opponent still takes any battle damage they would normally take, but I don't take any. Now, if this card attacked a monster, you can place a wedge counter on it. I can remove all wedge counters, and all monsters that have a wedge counter removed, attack and defense become 0 until the end of the turn. So I can swing over 1, with him, with Onimaru, destroy it. I can attack the other one with Armor Master, and that should work. But it can't be targeted by card effects, so I'm not sure if that's going to work or if it's going to counter it. So instead, I use the other effect of Auster, which allows for a wedge counter to be placed on every monster on my opponent's side of the field. I then activate Armor Master's effect, reduces all their attack and defense to 0, and then I attack. 6,000 over 0, and then 2,500 to clean it up. And that is easily the best comeback I've ever made.